Okay, so today we are going to show you how to clean your cast iron skillet. Chances are you probably have one, but a lot of times they don't get used all that much. They may get a little bit rusty, they may get some stuff burned or stuck on it, and it's really, really easy to clean it. This is a technique I actually learned from my friend Grace Young that she uses to clean her woks. And it's really transferable to any sort of cast iron or rolled carbon steel pan. It's super simple. All you need is vegetable oil or some sort of high smoke point oil, like avocado oil or grapeseed oil, and kosher salt, the rough kosher salt. You don't want the table salt. And a nice thick pad of paper towels. Okay, so our pan isn't exactly dirty. I wasn't gonna mess up a nice cast iron pan because I'm not a monster, but I'm still gonna demonstrate anyways what you need to do. You gotta get the stove kind of hot. Whether it's you have gas, we're using gas here, or if you have electric or induction, you wanna put it on the highest setting, and you wanna get your pan really hot, like screaming hot, to the point where if you were to drop a bead of water on it, it would evaporate within a second, or if you hold your hand here, you can only hold it for about 1 to 2 seconds. With something thin like a wok, that's only gonna take maybe a minute, if not less. With a cast iron pan that's a little bit thicker, it's going to obviously take a little bit longer. But it goes pretty fast once it does, so you do wanna have everything sort of ready. And I should mention, because I forgot to, I have a little over about a tablespoon of oil and the equivalent a tablespoon in the salt. What this is going to do is going to create, think of it like a facial. It's going to create kind of like an exfoliating scrub. So rather than going at your pan with a wire brush or, God forbid, soap or anything like that, the combination of the heat with the oil and the abrasiveness of the salt will kind of help lift things away from the surface. So we're just going to keep kind of checking here, see that we're getting hot enough. Okay, so it's feeling like we are getting there. We're pretty hot here now. So I am going to cut the heat off, and then I'm immediately going to pour in the oil and the salt. I'm going to take my paper towels. You want to make sure they're really well bundled up so you don't burn yourself. And I'm going to start rubbing it in here, rubbing the salt and the oil all around, again, to get that sort of like exfoliating motion there. If your pan is really dirty, if you have a lot of rust or something really caked on there, you may need to do this 2 or 3 times. Okay, so we're gonna take it over to the sink now. Again, being careful, this pan is still very hot. Be careful with the water too so it doesn't steam up at you. And we're just gonna rinse it right off. And beautiful, clean cast iron pan, all shiny and new and ready for its close-up. Okay, guys. So that was our little quarantine kitchen cleaning tip for this week's newsletter. We hope you liked it. Feel free to send us any questions or anything you have about projects you might want to tackle, or ideas for things that you might want to see in these short little videos. And we hope everyone is staying safe, is staying sane, and is washing their hands. See y'all later. I'm going to edit out all these in between parts.
What about the chatty?